Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of United States ultra-rare coins. We'll explore the 6 most valuable and expensive coins, uncovering their historical significance, unique features, and what makes them highly sought after by collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting to build your collection, this video will give you an inside look at the gems of U.S. coinage and why they command such high value in the market. Let's get started on this incredible journey through the world of rare and priceless coins. The most expensive and valuable United States half-dollar from 1951 is the 1951 proof issue of the Franklin half-dollar, particularly those certified in exceptional gem condition with deep cameo contrast. This coin holds a distinguished place in American numismatics because it represents the early years of the Franklin series, which was minted from 1948 to 1963, and marked the first time Benjamin Franklin appeared on a regularly circulating U.S. coin. While standard business strike examples from 1951 are widely available and affordable, pristine proof specimens, especially those with strong mirror fields and frosted devices, are highly sought after. Their value is driven not only by silver content, but by rarity in top grades, aesthetic quality, and growing collector demand for high-end mid-20th century U.S. coinage. The historical context of the 1951 half-dollar places it firmly within post-World War II America, a period of economic expansion and renewed national pride. The Franklin half-dollar series was introduced in 1948 to honor Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, replacing the Walking Liberty design that had circulated since 1916. The 1951 issues were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint D, and the San Francisco Mint S, with proof coins produced exclusively in Philadelphia. Although the coin did not commemorate a specific anniversary in 1951, its design itself was historically significant because it broke long-standing tradition by featuring the Liberty Bell on the reverse, complete with its visible crack, symbolizing American independence. The inclusion of Franklin reflected a broader appreciation for statesmanship and intellectual achievement during the early Cold War era. In terms of unique features, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar showcases a right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin on the obverse, designed by chief engraver John R. Sinek. The reverse depicts the Liberty Bell with a small eagle positioned to the right to comply with legal requirements that half-dollars display an eagle. The coin is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighs 12.5 grams, and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. In proof format, the coin's mirrored surfaces contrast beautifully with frosted design elements when well preserved, creating the coveted deep cameo effect. High-grade proofs exhibit sharp details in Franklin's hair and the horizontal lines on the Liberty Bell, which are critical focal points for grading. The strike quality and luster are especially important, as weak bell lines are common on business strikes but must be fully defined in top-tier specimens. Rarity plays a crucial role in determining the value of the 1951 half-dollar. Business strike mintages were substantial, with millions produced at each mint, making circulated examples relatively common. However, the 1951 proof had a mintage of approximately 57,500 pieces, which is modest by modern standards. Over time, many proof coins have developed hairlines, haze, or spotting due to improper storage, significantly reducing the number that survive in pristine condition. The rarest and most valuable examples are those graded PR68 or higher by leading grading services, particularly with a deep cameo designation. These top population coins are scarce because early 1950s proof production methods did not consistently produce strong cameo contrast, making fully mirrored and sharply frosted examples difficult to find. Market value varies widely depending on condition and designation. Circulated 1951 business strike halves typically trade close to their silver melt value, often ranging between $10 and $20 depending on bullion prices. Uncirculated examples in mint state condition can command $40 to $150, with exceptional MS-66 or higher pieces reaching several $100s. In contrast, 1951 proof coins in average proof condition may sell for $150 to $300, while those graded PR67 or PR68 with deep cameo contrast can reach several $1,000s at major auctions. Record-setting specimens in ultra-high grades have achieved prices exceeding $10,000, reflecting the strong demand for registry-quality coins. The steady interest in classic 90% silver U.S. coinage and the popularity of complete Franklin sets continue to support healthy market performance. For collectors seeking a high-quality 1951 half-dollar, careful attention to detail is essential. Examining the sharpness of the Liberty Bell's lines and Franklin's hair is critical, as these areas reveal strike strength and preservation. Certification by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC provides assurance of authenticity and accurate grading, which significantly influences resale value. Collectors should also be cautious of cleaned or improperly stored proof coins, as hairlines and tunning issues can dramatically reduce desirability. Purchasing from established dealers, reputable auction houses, or well-reviewed numismatic platforms increases the likelihood of acquiring a genuine and properly graded example. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and inert holders will help preserve the coin's surfaces and maintain its long-term value. In conclusion, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar stands as a compelling piece of American numismatic history, combining silver content, iconic design, and mid-century heritage into a coin that appeals to both seasoned investors and new collectors. While common circulated pieces are affordable and accessible, the true treasures lie in superbly preserved proof examples with strong cameo contrast and flawless surfaces. Their rarity in top grades, coupled with consistent collector demand, has elevated them into the upper tier of Franklin series collectibles. As interest in classic U.S. silver coinage remains strong, the finest 1951 half-dollars are likely to continue attracting attention, offering both historical enjoyment and long-term potential within the ever-evolving world of coin collecting. Next up to in the most expensive and valuable United States half-dollar from 1952 belongs to the celebrated Franklin half-dollar series, a coin that continues to captivate numismatists for its silver content, historical symbolism, and elusive high-grade examples. While millions were struck for circulation, the true value of the 1952 half-dollar emerges in superb uncirculated condition and in scarce proof or full bell lines varieties. Collectors prize this issue not merely for its intrinsic silver worth, but for its connection to mid-20th century America, and for the challenge of locating pristine examples with sharply defined details. In today's market, exceptional specimens certified at the highest grades command impressive premiums, making the 1952 half-dollar one of the standout issues of its year within the broader half-dollar category. The historical context of the 1952 half-dollar is rooted in the post-World War II era, a time when the United States was solidifying its economic strength and global influence. The Franklin half-dollar series began in 1948 as a tribute to Benjamin Franklin, replacing the walking Liberty design that had been in use since 1916. The coin was minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco facilities, resulting in issues bearing no mint mark for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. Notably, 1952 marked one of the final years in which San Francisco produced regular-issue Franklin halves, adding a layer of historical interest. The series itself honored Franklin not only as a founding father, but also as a champion of thrift and civic virtue, themes considered appropriate for American coinage during a period of renewed national confidence. The design of the 1952 Franklin half dollar is both dignified and distinctive. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, sculpted by John R. Sinek, with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust encircling the image. On the reverse, the Liberty Bell dominates the composition, accompanied by a small eagle to satisfy legal requirements for silver coinage. The detail of the bell's crack, faithfully depicted, adds visual character and symbolic depth. Composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, the coin weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. In high-grade mint state examples, the luster can be vibrant and satiny, while the coveted full bell lines designation, indicating fully struck horizontal lines at the base of the Liberty Bell, dramatically enhances desirability and value. Rarity in the 1952 half dollar does not stem from low overall mintage, but from the scarcity of coins preserved in flawless condition. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 21 million pieces, Denver produced more than 25 million, and San Francisco minted over 5.5 million. While these numbers suggest abundance, most examples entered heavy circulation, leaving few survivors with sharp strikes and minimal contact marks. The 1952 S, in particular, is notorious for weak strikes, making high-grade specimens with strong bell lines extremely rare. Proof versions struck in Philadelphia for collectors add another layer of interest, especially those exhibiting deep cameo contrast. Coins graded MS-66, MS-67, or higher by professional services are exceptionally scarce, and examples with full bell lines in these grades represent the pinnacle of the issue. Market value for the 1952 Franklin half dollar varies significantly depending on mint mark and condition. Circulated examples typically trade close to their intrinsic silver value, often in the range of $10 to $20 depending on silver prices. However, uncirculated coins graded MS-63 to MS-65 can range from approximately $40 to $150, with full bell lines examples commanding higher premiums. In superb grades such as MS-66 or MS-67, with full bell lines, auction records have shown prices climbing into the thousands of dollars, particularly for the challenging 1952 S issue. Proof coins generally range from around $50 in lower proof grades to several $100s for deeply mirrored cameo specimens. These values reflect sustained collector demand for high-quality Franklin halves and the competitive pursuit of top population registry coins. For collectors seeking a valuable 1952 half dollar, careful attention to strike quality and surface preservation is essential. Examining the Liberty Bell's lower horizontal lines under magnification helps determine eligibility for the full bell lines designation, a key factor in premium pricing. Certification by reputable grading services provides assurance of authenticity and grade accuracy, which is crucial when investing in higher value examples. Buyers are advised to source coins from established dealers, major auction houses, or respected numismatic forums to reduce the risk of overpaying or acquiring cleaned or altered pieces. Proper storage in climate-controlled conditions and protective holders will help preserve luster and prevent tunning or damage, safeguarding long-term value. In conclusion, the 1952 Franklin half dollar stands as a compelling blend of historical tribute, silver bullion appeal, and numismatic challenge. While common in lower grades, its true worth emerges in sharply struck, beautifully preserved examples, especially those with full bell lines or high proof quality. The coin's association with Benjamin Franklin, its classic mid-century design, and its place within the beloved Franklin series ensure enduring interest among collectors. For both new enthusiasts and seasoned numismatists, the 1952 half dollar offers an accessible entry point with meaningful upside potential, combining tangible precious metal content with the prestige of owning a finely crafted artifact of American history. Next up to and the most expensive and valuable United States half dollar bearing the 1989 P mint mark is the 1989 P Kennedy half dollar in superb gem condition, particularly those certified at the very highest mint state grades such as MS-67 and above. While at first glance the 1989 P half dollar may appear to be a common modern coin, its true numismatic significance emerges when one considers the rarity of flawless examples and the increasing demand for top population registry quality pieces. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which resumed using the P mint mark on half dollars beginning in 1980, this coin represents a later chapter in the long-running Kennedy half dollar series that began in 1964. For collectors focused on modern issues, the 1989 P stands out not because of low mintage, but because of the surprising scarcity of coins preserved in pristine, sharply struck condition, making elite examples highly sought after in today's specialized market. The historical context of the 1989 P Kennedy half dollar is rooted in the enduring legacy of President John F. Kennedy, whose portrait has appeared on the denomination since shortly after his assassination in 1963. By 1989, the half dollar was no longer widely used in everyday commerce, having largely become a denomination struck primarily for collectors and limited circulation. The coin was minted during a period of economic stability and renewed interest in coin collecting, particularly in modern series. The Philadelphia Mint produced tens of millions of 1989 P half dollars for circulation, yet most entered storage, bank vaults, or light circulation rather than active commerce. As part of the copper-nickel clad composition adopted in 1971, after the end of silver half dollars for circulation, the 1989 P reflects the modern era of U.S. coinage, while continuing to honor a figure of immense historical importance. In terms of unique features, the 1989 P Kennedy half dollar retains the classic design created by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts on the obverse and Frank Gasparro on the reverse. The obverse displays a left-facing portrait of President Kennedy, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1989, along with the small P mint mark beneath the truncation of the bust. The reverse features a heraldic eagle with a shield, clutching arrows and an olive branch, adapted from the presidential seal, encircled by 50 stars representing the states. The coin measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter and weighs 11.34 grams, composed of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. While the design itself is familiar, what distinguishes exceptional 1989 P examples is the sharpness of strike, strong luster, and absence of contact marks, which can be difficult to find due to the large surface area of the coin that easily shows imperfections. Rarity for the 1989 P half dollar is not defined by mintage alone, as production exceeded 24 million pieces, but rather by condition rarity. Because many coins were stored loosely in mint bags, they often exhibit bag marks, nicks, and abrasions. As a result, coins grading MS-65 or MS-66 are obtainable, but examples grading MS-67 are scarce, and those at MS-67 plus or higher are genuinely rare. Population reports from major grading services consistently show a steep drop-off at the highest grade levels, making top-tier specimens condition rarities. There are no widely recognized major error varieties for the 1989P that dramatically elevate value, though minor doubled dyes or striking anomalies can attract niche interest. Ultimately, the true scarcity lies in flawless preservation, where blazing mint luster, clean fields, and crisp detail combine to create a standout coin. The market value of the 1989P Kennedy half dollar varies significantly based on grade. Circulated examples generally trade at or slightly above face value, typically between 50 cents and $2 depending on condition and local demand. Uncirculated coins in MS63 to MS65 condition may sell in the $5 to $20 range. However, gem-quality examples graded MS66 can command between $40 and $80, depending on eye appeal. The most valuable specimens, certified MS67 or higher by leading grading services such as PCGS or NGC, have achieved prices ranging from $300 to over $1,000 at auction, particularly when registry competition drives bidding. These values reflect the premium placed on top population coins and the steady interest among collectors assembling high-grade modern sets. While not a rare date in the traditional sense, the 1989P demonstrates how grade scarcity can transform a common coin into a valuable collectible. For collectors seeking a high-quality 1989P half dollar, careful selection is essential. Attention should be paid to surface preservation, luster quality, and strike sharpness, particularly in Kennedy's hair and the eagle's feathers. Because the coin's large surfaces readily show marks, even minor abrasions can significantly affect grade and value. Certification by reputable third-party grading services is strongly recommended for higher-end purchases, as authentication and grade confirmation provide both confidence and liquidity in the marketplace. Proper storage in inert holders, such as slabbed cases or archival quality flips, will protect against environmental damage and maintain long-term value. Acquiring examples from reputable dealers, major auctions, or established numismatic communities helps ensure authenticity and fair pricing, especially for coins advertised at premium grades. In conclusion, the 1989P Kennedy half dollar stands as a compelling example of how modern coinage can hold substantial numismatic value when preserved in exceptional condition. Though widely minted and often overlooked in everyday transactions, the finest surviving examples possess a rarity rooted in quality rather than quantity. Its historical connection to President Kennedy, enduring design, and role within one of America's most collected coin series contribute to its lasting appeal. For both seasoned numismatists and newer collectors interested in modern issues, the 1989P in top mint state condition offers a blend of historical continuity, aesthetic strength, and investment potential. As registry competition and appreciation for high-grade modern coins continue to grow, the finest examples of this issue are likely to remain in strong demand, securing their place in contemporary American numismatics.